swooping down with the deadliest aims and knocking off their predators in seconds. These birds are considered the world's most dangerous for a reason. Be it eagles, vultures, or the cassowary, hang on to know the dark side of these winged animals that will leave you shocked. On the edge of the mountains in Europe and Asia, this remarkable bird soars gracefully above. With its rusty orange feathers and piercing eyes, the bearded vulture, though, has quite an appearance. Its insight is equally daunting, as it eats bones. Yes. Actually, bearded vultures have high-quality, sturdy stomach acid, which can digest bones in just 24 hours. When they find animal remains, they wait for other scavengers to eat the meat. Then, they dive in for the leftover bones. If a bone is too big, they'll drop it from high up to break it into smaller pieces. Cassowary. In the rainforests of Australia, a feathered giant roams. The cassowary. With its vibrant blue neck and helmet-like head, it might look beautiful. But don't be fooled, guys. This bird is known as one of the scariest birds in the world. Standing as tall as a person, the cassowary has powerful legs and sharp claws that can slice through the skin. While it usually eats fruits, when threatened, it becomes a powerful warrior. It can run faster than many humans and deliver a powerful kick. So if you ever spot this living dinosaur in the wild, remember to admire it from afar, or you might become part of its jungle legend. Giant Petrol. In the waters of Antarctica, a fearsome bird patrols the skies. The giant petrel, nicknamed the Vulture of Antarctica, is not your typical seabird. It's both a skilled hunter and a ruthless scavenger with its hooked beak and aggressive nature. These birds have a diverse diet, enjoying penguin chicks, seal pups, and even the remains of whales. Their strong beaks are perfect for breaking through tough skin and fat. They play an important role in their icy ecosystem by eating carrion, helping to keep the environment clean. While some might view them as the bad guys, many see them as nature's cleanup crew, doing their part to maintain balance in the wild. Harpy Eagle. In the Amazon forest, the mighty Harpy Eagle once ruled the skies. These big birds had wings spanning 2 meters and sharp talons up to 13 centimeters long. These eagles had incredible eyesight, and here comes their hunting technique. They could spot tiny prey from 200 meters away. Yep, these birds hunt all kinds of animals, including snakes, armadillos, sloths, and even monkeys. The female harpies, larger and more powerful than their male counterparts, are formidable hunters. Harpy eagles built huge nests high in the trees, where they raised their chicks. They regularly stayed inside the identical area for decades. Sadly, those top-notch birds are actually considered an endangered species as humans are reducing the forests where they live. Shoebill stork. In Africa's wetlands, a prehistoric-looking bird stands motionless. With its massive, shoe-shaped bill and sharp stare, the shoebill stork seems like a creature from another time. This patient hunter can wait for hours without moving. When a fish or small animal swims by way of, the shoebill strikes with lightning speed. Its massive beak can effortlessly overwhelm the skull of its prey. Though it appears scary, the shoebill is usually after creatures of the water. It is a fearsome predator for them. With its dinosaur-like look and smart hunting tricks, the shoebill, without a doubt, is the king of its watery state. Golden eagles. For those of you who are wondering, what's this? It's actually a golden eagle with a wild goat in its claws. These clever hunters are masters of their environment, using the landscape to help them find and snatch their meals. When these big birds are on the prowl, they might target small animals like baby deer or rabbits with their powerful claws. But here's where it gets interesting. They've got a surprising tactic. After snatching their catch, they soar high into the sky and release it. This clever tactic gives the animal a little jolt, but it's a helpful strategy for the eagle. It makes it much easier for them to enjoy a meal with less effort. While it may seem a bit tough, this is simply how these remarkable birds thrive in the wild. Secretary bird. In Africa's grasslands, a strange bird rules the skies and ground. The secretary bird appears funny with its eagle head, lengthy legs, and messy feathers. But don't be fooled, it is a mighty hunter. These birds are snake-eating champs. They use their super strong legs to stomp on and kick snakes to defend themselves. Their kicks are so powerful that they can even break a turtle's shell. Secretary birds don't just eat snakes. They'll go after anything smaller than them. Rabbits, mice, and even other birds. When hunting, they spread their big wings to scare their prey. These birds are so good at catching snakes that some people in Africa keep them as pest controllers. Who needs a cat when you can have a secretary bird? Kakapo. In the forests of New Zealand lived a very unusual bird. The kakapo is big and round with soft, mossy green feathers. Unlike other birds, it couldn't soar through the sky. Its wings were too short and its body too heavy. But kakapo has other tricks. It can climb trees like a pro, using its strong legs and sharp claws. At night, it will wake up and look for its favorite food, tiny seeds from the rim of a tree. These birds that were once everywhere in New Zealand, now they're very rare. Scientists are working hard to protect the kakapo, hoping these special birds will be around for many years to come. Rhea. In the grasslands of South America, a quirky bird called the greater rhea can be found wandering about. This bird can't fly, but wow, can it run! With its long, sturdy legs, the rhea speeds across the grassy plains like it's in a race. It may resemble an ostrich, but this bird is unique to the Americas. As it strolls along, it snacks on plants, insects, and even small animals. What's really cool is that rheas are smart too. Sometimes, groups of dads team up to raise all the chicks together, making for one big, happy family. Sadly, these incredible birds are facing tough times. Their habitats are shrinking due to human activities, and some people even hunt them. But there's good news. Animal caretakers are stepping in to help protect the greater rhea, making sure these amazing runners can keep racing across the South American plains for many more years to come. Turkey vulture. In the sky above Houston Woods, a group of large birds circled lazily. Many people thought these turkey vultures were looking for lifeless animals to eat. With their huge 6-foot wingspans, flying took a lot of work. By gliding in circles, they could stay up high without getting tired. At night, hundreds of vultures gathered to roost together. Though they ate messy meals, these birds were nature's cleanup crew. They kept the woods healthy by eating animals that had expired. Marabou stork. Walking through the African grassland, a strange bird catches your eye. With its bald head, long, skinny legs, and huge beak, the marabou stork looks like something from a frightening story. But do not judge this chook by its looks. It's without a doubt nature's garbage disposal. Marabou storks eat almost anything, from expired animals to trash in city dumps. They've even learned to follow vultures to find food. Their bare heads help them stay clean when they stick their necks into messy carcasses. These odd birds might not win any beauty contests, but they play a vital role in Africa's ecosystems. Bald eagle. On a quiet Alaskan beach, a scene of nature's delicate balance unfolds. A majestic bald eagle, America's national bird, enjoys a freshly caught fish. This powerful bird of prey is found throughout North America, especially near large bodies of water. The bald eagle is known for its white head and tail against brown feathers. This majestic eagle normally feeds on fish, then uses its sharp talons to catch them. With nests weighing up to a ton, bald eagles show strength and resilience, reminding us that each creature plays its part in the dance of survival along Alaska's rugged coastline. Emus. Just think you're walking through the Australian outback, when suddenly, a 6-foot-tall bird with razor-sharp claws starts chasing you. Welcome to the world of the emu, one of the most feared birds on Earth. These flightless birds might look funny with their fluffy feathers and long necks, but don't be fooled. Emus can sprint at speeds up to 31 miles per hour. While emus usually mind their own business, encounters with humans can turn scary if the birds feel threatened. Andean Condor. Flying above the Andes Mountains, a massive bird casts its shadow on the rocky land below. This is the Andean bird, one of the largest flying birds in the world. With a 10-foot wingspan, these magnificent creatures are truly kings. Despite their outstanding length, Andean condors are mild giants. They're especially scavengers, cleaning up the remains of huge animals like deer or farm animals. These birds play an important role in their environment, preventing the spread of sickness by doing away with carrion. Highly respected in South American cultures, the Andean condor appears on the coats of hands of numerous international locations. While they face threats from habitat loss, conservation efforts are helping these majestic birds continue their vital work. White-tailed Eagle. Off the rocky coast of Scotland, on the wild Isle of Mull, an incredible comeback story is unfolding. The white-tailed eagle, once vanished from British shores, now soars again over misty lochs and uneven cliffs. These massive birds, with wingspans wider than a tall person, are true kings of the sky. Locals call them flying barn doors because of their enormous size. After being gone for almost 100 years, these eagles are thriving over again on a smart reintroduction application. Visitors to Mull can now witness a great spectacle. Eagles swoop low over fishing boats, snatching fish from the waves with lightning-fast dives. Rappel's Griffin Vulture. In the mountains of Europe and Asia, Griffin vultures rule the skies. These massive birds, weighing up to 11 kilos, have a clever trick for flying with minimal effort. They're late risers, waiting for the sun to warm the rocks and create rising hot air columns called thermals. With wingspans over 2 meters wide, Griffin vultures are perfectly built to catch these thermals. They soar high above the landscape, riding the warm air currents like nature's own elevators. This energy-saving strategy allows them to cover vast distances in search of food, making them masters of efficient flight in their mountainous homes. The Griffin. Imagine a creature with the frame of a lion and the top and wings of an eagle. This magnificent beast doesn't seem real, but it has captured imaginations for thousands of years. Meet the Griffin, a legendary animal from ancient myths. Griffins first appeared in stories from the Middle East, where they were said to guard treasure. Later, Greek myths linked them to the god Apollo. People believed griffins were noble and powerful, combining the strength of a lion with the keen eyes of an eagle. Today, you might not see a real griffin, however. Their photograph is still used in artwork, tales, or even on coats of hands. These mythical animals remind us that sometimes the most inspiring creatures are the ones we dream up ourselves. Magpie. On a walking track near a road in Australia, a bird was seen going after a kid during his scooter ride. It was a clever bird hopping around with a mischievous sparkle in its eye. Well, this is a magpie, a bird so smart that it can recognize itself in a mirror. Magpies are like the brainiacs of the bird world. They can make tools, copy human words, hello, and even play games. But magpies aren't just show-offs. They're team players who work together, and even seem to feel sad when their friends are gone. From Europe to Asia and America, these smart birds prove that you don't need to be big to be brilliant. Red-tailed hawk. At sunset, thousands and thousands of free-tailed bats fly out of Bracken Cave, creating a stunning show within the sky of southern Texas, developing the most important amassing of mammals on Earth. However, as the bats fly out at dusk, they face hungry, red-tailed hawks waiting for dinner. For young hawks, catching these fast bats is tricky, like trying to grab a flying bullet. But the skilled, experienced hawks soar through the sky, snatching bats mid-air with ease. For many hawks, Bracken Cave is a quick stop on their migration, while the best hunters stay all summer to enjoy this flying feast. Falcon. On a remote Arctic island, these two powerful birds are preparing for an important task. The gyrfalcons, the world's largest falcons, are ready to start a family, but they don't have much time. It's because they usually mate in summer, and in this frozen land, summer lasts just a few short weeks. The falcons had to lay eggs, hatch their chicks, and teach them to fly before the bitter cold returned. Another thing which the falcons have to teach their young is to hunt. They dive at incredible speeds to catch ducks in midair. Just to give you guys an idea, here's a prairie falcon coming at an immense speed. Watch how in moments it knocks off the duck. Great Bustards. On a morning in Wiltshire, England, something extraordinary happened. A bird thought long gone from British fields made a comeback. The great bustard, a magnificent creature tall like a child, strutted across Salisbury Plain once again. These impressive birds vanished from the UK in 1832 and were hunted until none remained. But thanks to dedicated scientists and a clever plan, they're back. Eggs brought from Spain and Russia hatched into fluffy chicks, raised with special care to keep them wild. Now, after years of hard work, wild great bustards are starting families of their own in England, the return of a lost giant to its ancient home. The fields of Wiltshire are alive once more with the display of these majestic birds. WanderingAlbatross. Far out over the vast, rolling waves of the Southern Ocean, a brilliant bird soars effortlessly. The wandering albatross, with its high-quality wingspan, stretches wider than another bird on Earth, guidelines those windswept skies. These ocean wanderers are true marvels of nature. They can stay aloft for years, never touching land except to breed. I know you guys must be thinking that, how do they manage such an incredible feat? Well, the secret lies in their clever use of wind and special sensory organs in their nostrils. By riding air currents in a roller coaster-like pattern called dynamic soaring, albatrosses barely need to flap their wings. This allows them to cover huge distances while using very little energy. China Dragon. In a world of myths, one creature captured the creativity of people around the globe. The dragon, a beast of legend, took many forms in one-of-a-kind cultures. Some told tales of winged monsters breathing fire, while others spoke of wise serpents bringing good fortune. In the mountains of China, dragons were seen as powerful but kind guardians. Across the seas in Europe, brave knights battled fierce, scaly beasts. Each land had its own dragon stories, passed down through generations. Though nobody has ever seen an actual dragon, these amazing creatures continue to inspire us. From colorful parades to exciting movies, the magic of dragons lives on in our world today. Pheasant Pigeon. In the forests of Papua New Guinea, a feathered mystery had been hiding for over a century. The black-naped pheasant pigeon, a bird so uncommon that some concept it is probably long past for all time, had vanished from human sight due to the fact 1882. But nature had a surprise in store. In an exciting discovery, a crew of committed researchers captured the first video of this elusive bird in 140 years. Using smart camera traps hidden inside the woodland, they ultimately caught a glimpse of the residing legend. This amazing find gives hope to wildlife lovers everywhere. It shows that even in our busy world, there are still hidden wonders waiting to be rediscovered. The black-naped pheasant pigeon's return is a reminder to keep exploring and defending our planet's wild locations. California Condors. In the mountains of California, a battle was underway to protect one of America's most amazing birds. The California condor, with its large 9-foot wingspan, had nearly disappeared forever. By 1987, only 27 of those majestic birds remained in the wild. Determined to save you from extinction, scientists made an ambitious move. They carefully caught the last wild condors and started a special breeding program in zoos. It wasn't easy. They had to teach the birds to avoid dangers and find food in the wild. Years of hard work paid off. Slowly but surely, condors raised in captivity were released back into the skies. Today, over 400 California condors soar free, a living testament to what can happen when people work together to protect nature. Paragan Falcon. Meet the Paragan Falcon, once a bird of wild cliffs, now soaring among skyscrapers. These amazing birds are the fastest animals on Earth, diving at speeds up to 320 kilometers per hour. Like expert pilots, peregrines use the city's updrafts to fly effortlessly. They watch for pigeons, their favorite food, from high perches. When they spot one, they dive with exceptional velocity and precision. Surprisingly, there are actually more Paragan Falcons in New York City than inside the nation-state. These urban birds help keep pigeon numbers down, like nature's own city cleaners. Even in the concrete jungle, these fierce hunters show that wild nature can thrive in unexpected places. Wedge-tailed Eagle. High above the bright outback, a powerful crew of birds dominates the skies. Meet the wedge-tailed eagles, Australia's largest birds of quarry. These winged giants, with wingspans wider than an automobile, have a surprising favorite meal, animal carcass. But do not be fooled by their scavenging approaches. When hunger strikes, these eagles become daring hunters working together. They swoop and dive, using their razor-sharp talons to wear down their much larger prey. With powerful wings that can lift 6 kilograms and soar higher than mountaintops, these eagles are true masters of the Australian skies. Whether cleaning up highways or hunting in packs, wedge-tailed eagles play a crucial role in the outback's wild ecosystem. Northern Goshawk. In the ancient woodlands, a shadow moves with fatal grace. The northern goshawk, a fierce raptor with blazing red eyes, is nature's perfect assassin. These secretive birds, masters of stealth and speed, rule the dim forest paths that few humans dare to tread. Goshawks are more than just hunters. They're guardians of old-growth forests. To spot a goshawk is a rare privilege. With lightning-fast reflexes and courage to rival eagles, they defend their treetop homes fiercely. For those lucky enough to glimpse one, it's a thrilling reminder of nature's wild power. Magnificent Frigate Bird. Flying high above the blue waters, the magnificent frigate bird lives up to its name. These aerial acrobats are nature's perfect pirates, swooping down to snatch fish from other birds mid-flight. But there's more to these black-feathered bandits than their thieving ways. The frigate bird's circle of relatives' lifestyles is complete with surprises. While mom spends over a year raising a single chick, dad's off dating his subsequent mate. Talk about a modern family. These long-lived birds, with their distinctive forked tails and hooked beaks, can spend months at sea without ever touching down. Masters of the air, frigate birds are truly one of nature's most impressive high flyers. Poui. The hooded Poui might look cute with its black and orange feathers, but it's actually a fearsome predator. This little bird's feathers and skin contain a powerful toxin called batrachotoxin. If you touch a Poui, your hands might go numb. Scientists think the birds get these toxins from eating certain beetles. So if you ever visit New Guinea, remember, some of the prettiest birds might pack a fatal punch. Snowy owl. When the cold weather tightens its hold on the frozen land, a silent hunter emerges. The snowy owl, with its piercing yellow eyes and ghostly white feathers, is the Arctic's grasp predator. These owls have an ordinary dance with fate, tied to the increase and bust cycles in their favored prey, lemmings. In exact years, snowy owls improve big families. But while meals are scarce, they embark on epic trips south. As climate change reshapes their icy domestic, those majestic birds face new challenges. Their struggle for survival is a breathtaking tale of nature's resilience in Earth's harshest landscapes. Great Northern Loon. Beneath the mirror-like surface of northern lakes, a feathered torpedo streaks through the water. Meet the Great Northern Loon, a bird built for underwater hunting. With a dagger-like beak and powerful legs set far back on its body, this bird is more at home in water than on land. Its haunting call echoes across misty shorelines, sending a thrill through listeners. Though awkward on dry ground, loons are masters of their watery domain. These sharp-billed divers aren't afraid to defend themselves, making them one of the most formidable birds of the north. Laughing Falcon. In the landscapes of Central America, a unique bird known as the laughing falcon makes its presence known. With a call that sounds like laughter, it stands out among its feathered relatives. Unlike most raptors, this bird is not shy. It happily announces its presence throughout the day. Found in Mexico and northern South America, the laughing falcon is a master snake hunter. Its sharp eyes and clever tactics help it spot snakes in open areas, especially near human settlements where rodents thrive. This relationship with people has existed for centuries, as historic Mayans respected the chicken, believing it had restoration powers. With its captivating records and awesome hunting abilities, the laughing falcon truly captures the imagination of those who seek to learn more about nature's wonders. Opium Bird. During a hike in a cold, icy region, a hiker spotted a large, white, furry bird with a long beak. Its size was surprising. It was tall, like the size of a human, and it looked quite scary. The hiker felt it was best to keep a safe distance, unsure of what the bird might do. This creature resembled the legendary Opium Bird, known as the Eurasian bird, a divinity from the Antarctic. The last of its kind, the Opium Bird is a wise being who values solitude. Despite its role as the god of decay, it believes erosion is a natural part of life. Many seek it out for stories and knowledge, but beware, it holds a deep grudge against a dark force known as the Nightmare. Mute Swan. Gliding gracefully across still ponds, mute swans seem like living fairy tales. With snow-white feathers and elegant curved necks, they're the picture of beauty and peace. But don't be fooled by their dreamy appearance. These regal birds hide a forceful temper. Their powerful wings can break a person's arm, and that pretty orange bill packs a painful punch. Mute swans may look like gentle giants, but they're really the bad boys of the duck world. These territorial birds will defend their turf with surprising aggression, proving that sometimes beauty can be downright feared. Tawny Eagle. Flying over the dry African plains, the Tawny Eagle is nature's ultimate survivor. This clever bird has learned to thrive where others struggle, mastering the art of desert living. With sharp eyes and even sharper talons, Tawny Eagles are not choosy eaters. They'll hunt their meals, scouse burrows from different predators, or scavenge leftover carcasses. This anything-goes approach helps them weather tough times in their harsh home. But even these adaptable birds face challenges. As humans change the landscape, Tawny Eagles must use all their wits to soar on in a rapidly changing world. Bakano. In the shadows of old Japan, not every cat is what it seems. Some, they say, live long enough to become something more, something strange and powerful. These are the Bakano, shape-shifting felines with a taste for mischief or worse. Imagine your sweet kitty suddenly standing up, speaking human words, and controlling ghostly flames. These magical cats can even take on human form, often appearing as mysterious old women. But beware! Treat your feline friend poorly, and you might find yourself facing a vengeful Bakano. These legendary creatures remind us that in Japan, the line between the ordinary and supernatural is whisker thin. Poou. In the forests of South America, a strange cry echoes through the trees. Pour me one. This weird name belongs to the Poou, a bird that is mastered in the artwork of disappearing in plain sight. By day, the Poou becomes invisible. It stretches its neck, closes its eyes to slits, and transforms right into a broken branch. This grasp of camouflage can fool even the keenest predator's eye. But as night falls, the Poou comes alive. With massive eyes and a gaping mouth, it snatches bugs from the air. The ghostly Poou is truly one of nature's most bizarre and fascinating birds. The subscriber's pick. In the mountains of Europe, a fierce gathering unfolds. A single red deer lies, and the hungry griffin vultures circle above, their excitement growing as the meat begins to disappear. But the feast isn't meant for all. Suddenly, a shadow looms larger than the rest. The Eurasian black vulture arrives, its impressive wingspan striking fear into the others. Known as the king of scavengers, this bird prefers clean, tender meat and will not share lightly. With a commanding presence, it swoops down, forcing the other vultures to retreat. This dramatic encounter reminds us that in nature, survival often demands a display of power. The feast is now firmly in the claws of the black vulture.